Don't leave. Please wait for me. Okay.
All right, we're here with Rose Zhang, 1/72. Can you talk us through your round out there today?
Yeah, I felt like I was playing really solid. I was driving the ball well. The winds were, they were pretty high, and knew that the ocean breeze was definitely causing the ball to go all sorts of places. But I felt like I hit everything pretty solid. I just, wish I could have made more putts. But overall, I feel like it was a very solid round for what today's conditions were in the afternoon.
How hard is the golf course starting on 8 through the rest of the round?
It was very difficult. 8 is just a very menacing hole in general, and going into 9, it was really weird having an AirPod in my ear for the first time, which is really cool, but, it was definitely new, and I felt like the winds really just picked up, and you had to know where you're supposed to place the ball. And even if you do hit it there, or if you hit a really great shot, the chances of you being penalized are also really high. I just, felt like I made a couple mistakes going in and missed a couple putts. But, that's pretty normal when you're out here and playing Pebble. Bogeys are not necessarily the worst score in the world. So just being able to stay composed is what I tried to do.
Open up for questions, anybody?
Rose, you often kind of let go of your club and the shot ends up being like 10 feet from the pin. Can you just explain what's going on there and if anyone's kind of poked fun at you for it?
My teammates give me so much crap for it. The fact that, sometimes I do the one-handed finish and then they're like, that's probably 10 feet from the hole. But to be fair, if you watch me play, in my opinion, I feel like people could agree with why I one-hand finish, because it's just I sometimes top it, I sometimes chunk a little bit, and it's not the best contact, so I don't know where this ball is going to go, and that's why it's usually the one-hand finish that I end up having and resorting to when I'm out there. But, I can't really explain it, to be honest.
So when you don't let go of the club, do we just know that that shot was just perfectly struck?
Sometimes when I don't let go of the golf club, the shot tends to be worse, or it gets worse, and it'll be a really good shot, and it's just not next to the hole. So I can't really, when you watch my reactions, I can't really say what is exactly good or bad. So keep guessing.
Paolo?
In terms of the putting, do you feel like it's part of it is the greens, or is this something that's a little off, or where you feel like you're kind of missing these these putts? And
Yeah, just a little bit off. I found out that right before I actually made my par putt on 16, my club face was a little bit open to where I at address. So even if I do have a good stroke, I tend to miss right today. And I think going into tomorrow, just understanding my alignment and committing to that stroke is what I'm planning on doing. But speed was all right, except for the last hole. Other than that, I think everything was pretty solid.
Zephyr?
How did you realize that your face was a little open?
I felt it. I missed a couple putts. Starting on 7, I didn't really know. I didn't feel as comfortable with how I was placing my club. And the putter face, it looked all right to me. Sometimes when you play into something, the perception of your eyes gets a little bit off. So it's very natural for me to do that. I tend to open or close sometimes. And that just causes probably half an inch margin of error and causes you to miss a couple putts or lip out. So I think it was gradual. I saw myself missing a couple more putts to the right rather than left, and they felt like good strokes. So it's just something that you go back to in terms of fundamentals.
How involved in the green rating process is Gilly?
Gilly is a good amount involved, I would say, but I do my own reading for sure. I usually just, it's always routine ever since I was an amateur to, look front to back, look at the hole to the ball, and then I always like to find somewhere in the middle, the breaking point, and I usually point it out just for myself, and also, if there's a caddy nearby, it's for Gilly to see. So it's always myself pointing it out, and then usually I just say left to right, right to left, uphill, downhill, and then I putt from there. So unless there's something that I'm really confused about, usually he just agrees or says a little more, a little less, and then that's about it.
Beth Ann?
Rose, as someone who's gone low here, how aggressive can you be tomorrow in this setting?
I have said that, over the weekend I wanted to be somewhat aggressive, but the definition of aggressive here at Pebble is completely different from other golf courses. Because the greens are so tiny and because there's less room to, get the ball on the green, with the winds picking up, with tomorrow probably being a little firmer, I'm assuming, you can't really be aggressive. You have to make putts, and you have to ensure that you're hitting the ball in the fairway. And once you are on the greens, making sure that you just have a good feel for distance and speed is crucial. So definition of aggressive would probably be hit greens. That's it. Just center of the green, and then you putt around.
And you mentioned your Stanford friends that are here. How many are there, and do they know anything about golf?
I have no idea how many there are. I just know I'm just texting one friend who, she just came to watch. The dad's a big fan, loves golf, absolute crackhead for it. And then she's, someone that I've always went to just to have fun, just to relax. And she's here. She doesn't watch much golf, and she doesn't know anything about golf. But we would actually, start of the year, we would work out together and just have fun when there's no workouts obligated for the team.
All right. Thanks, Rose.
Thank
Good
you.
luck tomorrow.
Thank you.